Let's get this done. Basic before we get into like some other points of your life. Now some people are getting on. They're saying like, "Oh, this guy, you know, he probably doesn't have a." They're saying he doesn't have a girlfriend. You know, this standard Twitch. Mike Basich has a beautiful wife. This is a normal, well-adjusted guy. This
get some of that, son. Get some of that.
Yes, that's true. He has a beautiful wife. He has money away from poker, and he just happens to be the best 5-5 no limit player in the world. Now, speaking of your money away from poker, one of your side businesses at one point that I thought was just bizarre, but it's probably just because I'm old and lame, was you were mining. You spent something like, can I say this, tens of thousands of dollars to mine doggy coins. Is this correct?
No. I was mining PotCoins. Even shadier. Well, I mean, even shadier.
So you were mining something called a PotCoin.
Correct.
And how did that work out? I mean, I don't know. I mean, should I be doing this?
Well, I'd say I don't know, but not very good is the current status.
You mean to tell me that you were mining an imaginary currency that could only be used for for buying and selling marijuana, and it didn't work out? How is this possible? No. What does the world come to?
You got me, Limon. I mean, you got me. What can I say? But no, the thing is that, well, first off, it's not only used for for like buying and selling legalized weed. What I'm talking about is like cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin was the original coin, and off of it spawned an entire like fleet of alternative coins. And I just kind of like randomly got into it, and I just thought it'd be kind of cool to mine some coins. And I was mining Litecoins, which was like the second biggest coin after Bitcoin. Well, mining is, for people that don't know, it's like digital. It's like a digital kind of gold rush. Basically, you set up like mining rigs using like high-end video cards, and basically these coins are kind of released into cyberspace on the internet, and they're in these little blocks, and these little blocks of coins have coins inside of them, and they're encrypted with an algorithm. And basically, you use this high-end computer hardware, and basically the hardware makes repeated attempts at trying to solve this algorithm, and whoever solves the algorithm, they become the owner of the coins. And basically, I spend hardware cost and electricity cost, and those represent my acquisition cost. Right. And that's why that kind of gives the coin some immediate inherent value, because if somebody was to ask me for coins, hey, can you give me like X amount of coins for free? I'd say no, because I spend money on electricity and hardware, so I will not give them to you for free. But basically, it's an attempt to make currency that's not derived from government's policy and stuff. It's currency independent of country origin. Right. And
the reason why I ask is people who don't think that you're baller enough. If you can spend $40,000 or $50,000 mining imaginary fucking coins, what's more baller than that? What's more baller than sitting in a fucking room full of servers and video cards mining imaginary fucking coins? I used to think that your story about winning all this money was bullshit until I heard you did that. I'm like, okay, it's all true. Like, no, there's nobody who isn't making $120 an hour at 5-5 no limit who would spend 10 cents mining a fucking imaginary coin. But you dropped you dropped like 5 stacks of high society on this shit, and apparently now you have a bunch of expensive paperweights sitting around a room somewhere in your house.
I could start a PC cafe. So if you want to go in on me with that, we can make a PC cyber cafe and serve sandwiches and offer free gaming for the Twitch chat after they get out of middle school and stuff. So
we got another 908. You have a question for Mike Basich, the winningest player in the history of Los Angeles 5-5 no limit.
I love it.
Hi, Limon. It's Lori. I follow you on Twitter, and my husband and I watch your PokerSesh every week.
Thank you, Lori. Thank you so much.
Great Great show. I have one question for Mike, and I just want to know if he has a Twitter account. I'm trying to Google him, and I can't find out any information. His last name is spelled Basic.
Yes, it is. Yes, I don't really use social media, to be honest.
Oh.
No, that's why it's a treat to have Mike on the show tonight. I know a lot of people in the chat are like, "Why do you have this guy?" Because nobody knows about this guy. This is one of those dudes who just walks between the raindrops. He lives in Los Angeles, California. He crushes the games for 7 figures. He buys up $50,000 worth of servers to make fake fucking coins. He's basically unheard of. And these are the guys. These are these guys in live poker that I try to tell like the 2+2 geeks about. Like these guys that make so much fucking money, you just don't understand how they do it. And I have him on, and he's being very open with us about how he does it.
Yeah, Limon would say, "I'm not a poker hero. I'm not a poker hero."
That's true.
Well, you're awesome, and we're loving listening to your strategy.
So, thanks so much.
Thank you, Lori. Thank
You're
you very
welcome.
much.
Have a good night.
Thanks for calling in. Okay, so we're gonna anyway.
I don't know.
Basic. That was. I just wanted to confirm that story. As you did a very good job explaining it. You did a good job of explaining it in detail. There's a question from the chat. A guy, I think his name is Dump Truck. He's asking if a drunk guy shoves all in for 100 big blinds. And this is sort of a dumb question, but I mean, he wants me to ask it really bad. If a drunk guy shoves all in blind for 100 big blinds, he's blind on the button, and you're in the small blind, what is your calling range?
Anything that's strong with a random. So.
But you got to worry about the big blind. You got to worry about the big blind, right?
Yeah. I mean, so basically, I'd call with. Technically, like Queen 6. I think is a computer hand, or was that Queen 7? I forget.
Queen 7, yeah.
Yeah, so I would, it's, it depends on how, light, depends how, savvy the big blind is to know, how your calling range has adjusted as a result of this guy, meaning if you would ever, back jam or know that your calling range is out. But I would basically call with, a king 9+ maybe, just to err on the side of caution, maybe something like that, king 9, king 10+. I'd basically call with all my aces, and king 9, king 10+, call with something like that, I guess,
All of your, would it basically be do you play Ultimate Texas and basically be Ultimate Texas hands, ace 3, pocket 3s, king 4 suited, king 5 off, Queen 7, 2 cards of Broadway, stuff like this, right?
Yes. Good calling range, yes.
There you go, my wee is green. I asked your question.
This is more like a tournament type question. I mean, these things happen in cash too, but it's almost like what's your calling range of a cutoff shove 16 big blinds, and you have what's your calling range on the button, with these blinds in a tournament. It's I don't play any tournaments. I just play cash poker. So
I feel like I'm basically retired now.